Hi, my name is Jyotina Bora and I join CF210118. Today, I will present about introduction. Rain plays an important role in the hydrological cycle where moisture from the sea condenses, turns into cloud, collects into clouds, fall back to earth, and finally return to the sea via rivers and streams to repeat the cycle again. A rain gauge is used to calculate the total amount of rain. Typical rainwater has a diameter of 1 to 2 mm. However, rainfall is the primary cause of flooding. Rainfall can range in intensity from moderate to highly intense, producing large amounts of water. This is also related to the duration or length of the rain. The strength of the land's natural ability to absorb water influences the frequency of floods as well. Rainwater that falls and is absorbed by the soil is known as infiltration. Numerous factors, including the type of land used, the amount of soil moisture, and the lack of naturally occurring green spaces with trees, might have an impact on the soil's limited ability to absorb water. Background study. In Malaysia, 29,800 square kilometers or 9% of the total land area are thought to be at risk of flood. Due to the heavy persistent rain that falls over such a large area during the northeast monsoon, major floods frequently occur. Flash floods are characterized by a great rise in river levels and rapid, intense rain. When high tide and a river are present, the river cannot flow directly into the sea. Floods will develop as a result, especially in places close to the sea. The rainfall station and water level used for our data are in Empangan Sembrong, Sungai Sembrong, and Sungai Simpan Kanan, which are in Johor. The objective for this project is to determine the mean area rainfall by using three different methods. To determine and plot the unit hydrograph of proposed catchment area. To calculate peak flow of the proposed catchment boundary and discharge of the river at the maximum water level.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Hasbullah. Metric number CF210233. Okay, I will continue about methodology. Okay, we use Department of Irrigation and Drainage website to collect rainfall station and water level data. Then we also use Google Earth Pro to collect necessary information such as current profile, gradient slope, and cross section. Okay, next I will continue about methodology of calculation. The methodology is background information about the study that has to be examined and understood. In this project, the research will be discussed. Methods for data collection, sampling and testing, as well as methods for data analysis are all discussed. The purpose of these studies, data gathering approach is to address the state problems. Okay, next I will continue about arithmetic mean method. The arithmetic mean method, often known as the average in statistics, is the ratio of the total number of observations to the sum of all observations. Outside of statistics, the arithmetic mean can be used to explain or describe topics. The average distance between data points and the data mean of a data collection is called standard deviation. The moment of inertia is in the physical model is equivalent to the square of standard deviation. Okay, this is our formula for arithmetic mean method. Okay, next this is our calculation for arithmetic mean method. We use that formula. Okay, P is stand for average precipitation depth. Total PI is stand for precipitation depth at gauge within the topographic basin. And then N is total number of gauging stations within the topographic basin. Okay, P equals 90 is P1 plus 93. 93 is P2 plus 27 is P3. Divide by 3 because we have 3 stations. Okay, so the P value is 70 mm. Okay, I will continue about tension polygon method. A method for determining the importance of point rainfall data in terms of area, perpendicular bisector are built along the line that connect each measurement station to others in its immediate vicinity. These bisectors join together to form a sequence of polygons, each having one station. The total area covered by the enclosing polygon is allocated the value of precipitation measured at a station. Okay, this is a formula for tension polygon method. P is stand for average precipitation depth. Pi is precipitation depth at each station. Ai is sub-area at each station. Total A is total area. That's all for me. Thank you.
Next, for tension polygon method, this is another graphical technique which calculates station weight based on the relative area of each measurement station in the tension polygon network. As you can see at the table, we already got the data for area and precipitation for 3 stations, and we already multiply it and total. So to get average precipitation depth, we need to multiply the area, multiply precipitation and divide by area, which is 38,610 divided by 555 equal to 69.5676 millimeter, which is 70 millimeter. So for the isohydrate method, used to estimate the mean precipitation across an area by drawing lines the equal precipitation. The method uses topographic and other data to yield reliable estimate. Isohydrates are contour of equal precipitation analogs to contour lines on a topographic map. And this is the formula. So for the P is mean area precipitation, and for A is area. P1, P2 is precipitation depth for each station. A1, A2 is for area for each station. Okay, then we can see at the picture of Google Earth, we can see that from the boundary, and we already make the line to get the elevation. Next, at the table, we can see that we already get the data for average precipitation area, and we multiply it and total it. So to get mean area precipitation, 35,144.7 divided by 556.74 get the equal 63.1259 millimeter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adam Haikal bin Syuri Nizam, metric number DF210005. In this video, I'm going to present to you regarding with our data presentation. So in order for us to know the value of this charge, there are several data that we need to know and we need to calculate first, in which it consists of the value of the area, weighted perimeter, hydraulic radius, and also the velocity of the flow. And for this channel, we consider it as trapezium channel. And the following is the formula that we use to calculate those data. For each channel, we use this template, which is the table calculation that we use to in order for us to get the value of this charge, in which you can see the data that we use were from 8th of November 2022 until 25th of November 2022. And the right column, which is the blue colored, is the value of this charge. And this table calculation we use for each station. From the value of this charge that we have calculated, we have come up with the graph between number of days and the discharge. And as you can see, this is the graph that were constructed at Empangan Sembrong, and this is the graph that were constructed between number of days and discharge at Empangan Sungai Sembrong at Parit Karjo. And last but not least, the constructed graph between number of days and discharge at Empangan Sungai Simpang in Parit Besar. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Next, we use two equations, which is total direct runoff volume and equivalent runoff depth. For total direct runoff volume, which is it is equal with direct flow times with 1 hour times with 60 minutes over 1 hour times with 60 seconds over 1 minute. And for the equivalent runoff depth, it is equal with total direct runoff volume over with the catchment area. Next, this is the calculation table for the unit hydrograph, which contains the discharge, base flow, direct flow, which is total flow minus with the base flow, and the UH ordinate. In unit of meter cubic per second per centimeter runoff. From the value UH coordinate that has been calculated from the table above, the graph of number of days versus UH coordinate has been constructed. As you can see, the rising limit of the hydrograph started on the fifth number of days until 13 days, and that's where of the peak discharge were calculated, and it is around 14,000 meter cubic per centimeter runoff. Then the falling limb started at the 15 days until 20 days of the observation.
Lastly, for the conclusion, this discussion has covered the study as well as the research on the chosen methodology. Each approach has advantage and disadvantage. However, factors such as accuracy in estimate data loss, mistake that occur, and the selected location must be examined. The mistake that occur be reduced and progress become more efficient. Thank you. That's all from us.